So I did a video some time ago, and where I suggested engine that people should avoid on 10th generation Honda Accord. Unfortunately, their petrol engines are no longer naturally aspirated. The only thing they have now is turbo engines and the hybrid for those 10th edition or 10th generation. So now the 1.5 liter uh, engine in that Honda Accord is no-go area. I strongly recommend people should not buy that engine on that particular generation of Honda because of this issue that this person you are looking at on the screen posted concerning his Honda Accord. Now you can see his cylinder head gasket has given up, and the fuel injectors too given up. In fact, his own self probably lasted much longer. The head gasket, he said at 80,000 kilometers has given, but I've seen people that theirs have failed even at 50,000 kilometer mileage. So to tell you how bad that engine is in terms of longer ownership. Even though some people are up to now still claim, oh, they've owned theirs for some years and no issue yet, but compared to majority, these are people, I just avoid it. The 2.01 are known for not having this kind of issues. So I would recommend you go for that 2.0 if it must be 10th generation. Doesn't mean you won't have issue, but the idea of losing the engine where you have to repair the head gasket every now and then, you change it, before you know it, it's bad again. You remove the cylinder, you change the head gasket. Next time, it's bad again. Less than 30,000, 50,000 kilometers is bad. I mean, it's not a good bargain for me. It's not as if the engine is even so powerful. I mean, what is even good about the engine? It's not powerful compared to the 2.0. You could say, oh, but it consumes less fuel, but at what cost? If you have to be doing this kind of major repair on the engine just for the car to consume less fuel, then it's pointless. It's not quick, it's very underpowered. So I really don't get why people should go for that 1.5 liter when it's obvious that it's faulty. So there's nothing, even the anxiety that you might experience this is even enough to discourage a serious-minded person. That the fact that this thing might happen every time you are driving, even to travel with the car, you'll be so discouraged because you can give up in the journey. Whether it happens or not is irrelevant, but the point is you will always be afraid that you might experience the head gasket issue. So why go into it? So those who don't know what the 1.5 or 10th generation Honda Accord looks like, so this is it. So it's already common even here in Nigeria. So at least you know what it looks like. This is the front end. Of course, you know the rear end is almost similar to that of the Civic of that generation as well. So now if you want to know how the 1.5 liter engine looks like, or how to identify which one is which is 2.0, which is 1.5, then I'll suggest you go and watch that video. You'll see the video where I did about 10th generation Honda Accord, where I showed what the 2.0 engine looks like and 1.5 liter engine looks like. Because if you are going to buy this vehicle, you probably may not see the badge 1.5 or 2.0. It should be at least 2.0T. That's what I think most of the 10th generation Accord have. That's the one that have 2.0 liter engines. At the back, you're supposed to see something like 2.0T, but let's assume it's not there. So the only way to now identify is to look at the engine to know what 1.5 looks like. These are the only two engines you will find, except you are buying a hybrid. But as far as only petrol engine, these are the only two you find, 1.5 or 2.0. So don't be deceived. No matter how cheap it is, don't let dealers deceive you by telling you, oh, this is 2.0 liter, this and that, blah, 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 because, because they are turbo engines, so kind of look a little bit alike. But there are signs, things that will differentiate them, especially the accessories. So those are the things you need to look out for. Go to that video, you'll find it. So it's not just even the head gasket, as you can see here. Injectors as well. I can see people complain, and they are not cheap. So, but for me, aside injectors, the head gasket thing, because I mean, how can you? I'm a performance car guy, so if I cannot be able to drive the car hard once in a while, simply because the head gasket might give up, because the engine might become extremely hot, and the gasket cannot handle it, then what's the point using the vehicle? So if everything can be just to reduce spending on fueling the vehicle, because all the money you saved up to is using the vehicle, you also putting them back on the repairing the engine every 10, 20, 30,000 kilometers, dealing with the fuel injector. So that's what I'm saying. You have to be reasonable. 2.0 turbo in that generation hardly give this kind of problem. In fact, I'm yet to even meet one that have, especially the cylinder head gasket issue. I'm yet to come across as a 101, one that has that problem. Number two, even online. It doesn't mean it won't happen, or it hasn't happened to one or two or a few persons. But I'm saying, I haven't yet to come across one that have experienced head gasket failure. Maybe in the next 5 minutes, I might come across one online or something. So it's possible. I'm just saying, since it's rare, it's not a common issue, then it should be, I would recommend you go for that one, at least for rest of mine. And that 2.01 doesn't even have any major issue aside the head gasket that I could say, okay, maybe you avoid head gasket of the 1.5, but on 2.0 you have another big issue to deal with. That's not the head gasket, but at least that one is just a normal wear and tear. It may have its own peculiar issue, but nothing major. All right, so that's all I have to say. Yeah, till the next video.